Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Imani and you are watching Faith by Design. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I just wanted to say thank you to all of my new subscribers. I am so excited to have you here. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and choosing to follow me on this journey. And thank you so much to also all of my returning subscribers that keep showing up, coming back, giving me support, encouraging words. I really appreciate this community. I can't thank you enough. I wanted to get on here and discuss my 2023 financial goals, not 2023, 2024 financial goals. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I think we're in the second week of January, so I hope everyone is getting in gear for the new year, setting your goals, setting your budgets in place, and organizing your planners, and all of the above. I am doing that, and we're going to do some of that in this video today. I'm still having to set up everything, so I'm kind of taking it a little at a time because I want to have time to just think about it and be more intentional with what I'm actually wanting to do this year. But before I get started with the financial goals in this book, I wanted to show you some happy mail that I received, as well as a book that I will be giving to my daughter. Actually, I'm going to give both of them a book. I have 3 daughters, by the way, if you're new. I have a 20-year-old, an 18-year-old, and a 7-year-old. So this year, they're all turning a year older. So they'll be 21, 19, and 8. Wow. So yeah, they're all at different stages. And my 2 oldest, of course, they're almost young adult. They're technically young adults now. So trying to get them in gear for going into the world and being more financially responsible and have the educational tools they need so they can be productive and also just know how to handle their finances. So I wanted to show you this book here, and this is from Budgeting April. She came out with 3 versions of the budget book, simple budget book. I have version 2 here, and I won this in her giveaway. Thank you, April. So I will be giving this to my oldest daughter because she's actually at home with us right now. She is taking college courses online, but she's home, so she'll have more. I'll be able to work with her more closely. I will be also purchasing probably the same version for my middle daughter, and she is living on campus, but you know, we can FaceTime. But I also received a Christmas card from Budgeting April. Came across my cards for Christmas and wanted to say thank you, April, for giving me this beautiful card. It's so pretty, and I have a place for all of the cards that I received in the mail. So I just wanted to say thank you again for thinking of me. I really appreciate it. Okay, but let me go over this book here briefly because it is a great book, especially if you're starting out for a beginner and you want to just kind of keep track of your finances and start somewhere. I've started with a notebook and pen. I still use it to this day, just jotting down different notes that I have. So I still use it, but you know, I do love the fancy planners, and I try different versions every now and then. So this year is the Budget by Paycheck, the Budget Mom, and then this one I will give to my daughter so they can learn how to keep track of their expenses. And again, this is by Budgeting April, and I'll make sure to link a video where she goes over all of the versions below. So here you have the annual breakdown, variable expenses, or cash wallet totals. Now, my daughters, they don't really use cash, but I did think they could benefit from this by writing their expenses down. And then if they have an annual breakdown of everything they can think of that they want to purchase for the new year or things that they want to spend, they are able to write all of it down for the year, and then they see how much they need to allot each pay period. So, and then she has a few pages for that, and then she has bills and other obligations. They don't really have a whole lot of bills, but they will soon. Sinking funds, They hear me talk about sinking funds a lot, so this will be a great way for them to also keep in mind what sinking funds they want to save for. She has the monthly breakdown here, and she gives you a nice example of how you can just divide it by the weeks, week 1, 2, 3, 4, and then total. I thought that was great. They don't really have a ton of expenses right now, so I think this is an easy way to show them how to budget by week or bi-weekly, so, and monthly as well. So, and then the weekly breakdown, this will be where they track their expenses, and if they had any like subscriptions that came out when it was paid, they can just write a check and then notes. And then they don't really do cash stuffing, but this is a cash breakdown here. So if they ever wanted to start, they can have a nice breakdown. And that was, I think, I think she gives you multiple weekly breakdowns after the monthly breakdown. So yeah, I thought that was great. So I will be showing this to them so they can get started with tracking their expenses, just so they can say that I've actually shown them, and they won't say they never learned how to do it. So that's what we have going on there. Let's go over my financial goals, and I have to be very careful of the cover so it won't come off, because it does tend to do that. Okay, so here are the financial goals that I have for 2024. And I realize there's another page where I can break it down even further, but right now we're just gonna go with this page because I'm still filling this out, as you can see. But hopefully you can see, but we have and I have this nice little erasable friction, I think is how you pronounce it, friction pen, erasable pen. It's lovely because I make so many mistakes in my book. But we have the emergency fund and my goal for that. And if you have been here before, you know last year, Q4, actually the whole year, I had been saving for an emergency fund little by little. And then we got hit with having to replace our HVAC system. So we were able to rebuild it slowly with what we had already. And then by the end of the Q4, I also added another $1,000 using a savings challenge to the emergency fund. So right now we are sitting at about $2,030 something for the emergency fund. And so we also are receiving a refund check that we got from our escrow account because we had a surplus. So that'll be going to the emergency fund. And then I just broke down how much I would like to save towards the emergency fund this year. So this is, it'll break down to about $200 a month, and estimated cost is $2,500 to $3,000. And then that's by the end of 2024. So that's for all of these here. And it says short-term goals within 1 year. So my car maintenance fund also will be $200 a month. And the estimated cost is $2,000 to $3,000 as well. Tuition. Now, this is for my oldest daughter. We do have to pay out of pocket for her tuition cost. And we already have a nice chunk set aside for January because we have to pay for her spring semester. But just throughout the year, going into the fall, I would like to save about $7,000 for the whole year. This includes the first part of January paying that payment. So we've already had some saved already. So that breaks down for yearly cost about $600 per month. It's actually a little more than that, but sometimes I like to kind of give or take because we may or may not be able to contribute exactly $600 a month. So as long as we hit that range, but that equals to about $7,200 for the year. Christmas. Okay, so for my Christmas goal, I have a goal of $1,000, actually more than that. I have a goal of $1,200 because I'm going to set aside $100 per month. That's $50 bi-weekly. And I actually have this automated starting for the first paycheck in January of my full-time income, and that's for January 12th. So this will come out directly from my account because every year I've wanted to save earlier for Christmas, like starting in January, and I haven't been able to do that yet. So I figured this will be a great way for me to automate the savings, so that way I don't have to think about it and it can just be already in the habit of saving for Christmas without me having to touch the money and do something else with it. So it comes right out of my paycheck, and we'll see how that goes, but I think it will set me up for success. And then of course, any extra money we receive, then that will also help fund Christmas, because the ultimate goal for Christmas is, for my portion, is about $1,500. Okay, home repairs. I do have a home binder if you are new, and you'll see this in an upcoming video, but I do have like a sinking funds binder full of different categories in home. One of them is home repair, and I want to get home repair by itself up to about $1,200 to $2,400 a month, not a month, $1,200 to $2,400 a year, and that's about $100 to $200 per month. And so that way, you know, home repairs can be its own separate mini emergency fund. Okay, so for my 401k, I do have a 401k IRA, and this is of my part-time job that I have, and they just gave us that benefit last year, and I started contributing. So based on the amount that I work and how much came out from the last 3 quarters, I'm estimating I want to save an additional $3,000 for the whole year. For the HSA, I also have that coming out of my paycheck, and I would like to, this is pretty much automated as well, but the way it breaks down, I have an additional $50 coming out of my paycheck, so that should equal about $1,200 for the year that is contributed in addition to the HSA as a whole. Like the actual fund, you can have an additional amount taken out of your paycheck. So that's what we have there. And then last but not least, I can't really think of medium-term goals within 5 years, but as of thinking about it in this moment, I do know we want to get like home renovation done. So we're going to put that on the list as well. Home renovation. And I'm going to say 10 to 15K. So not sure what the target date is, but yeah. Long-term goals within 10 to 15 years, 403B, that's my retirement account. And I don't have any clue how much that will equal in 10 to 15 years. 529, that's for our youngest daughter. And I started contributing a little amount towards that goal, and I can't really say how much it will be, but I'm looking at hopefully contributing. We don't even know. Once we get out of debt, I can have more numbers, more realistic numbers, but I do know that that's a goal of ours. So that's what we have here for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I am close to being monetized, you all. I can't believe it. So I have reached my watch hours as a goal for being 4,000 watch hours. I've already reached that goal, thankfully. So yeah, help me get there by clicking on the like button, the subscribe button, and all of that. Please comment down below and let me know what your financial goals are, or at least one of them for the 2024 year. Let's go ahead and achieve our goals this year, and I wish you nothing but the best. Have a blessed year, a blessed day, a blessed week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.